Hey, Danny. I see you've been to the Quick Mart again buying Dr. Pepper.
I was hoping for that Dr. Pepper sponsorship.
Yeah, dream on.
You're looking at our expenses again.
Yep. Today, we're going to share with you what we spent our first full month on the road.
So we do want to share with you our first full month on the road. Now, we're not going to include certain things. We're not going to include food, restaurants, or groceries.
That's all dependent on your situation and how you like to eat. And to be honest, we had grandchildren with us this past month in June, and a 15-year-old boy can really eat. That boy ate more than Danny does.
I don't know how they stay thin.
I don't know, but they did, and they ate a lot. So, you know, that's relevant to your situation.
True. Same thing with insurance, whether it's insurance on your vehicle, your RV, or health insurance.
Health insurance all depends on whether or not you're still working, and, you know, you're retired, how high of a deductible you want. There's a lot of factors into that.
Yeah.
Also, with auto insurance and like our motorhome insurance, we get a discount because we have multi-cars. We also get a discount because we still have a house and it's not our considered our full-time living quarters. So there's just a lot of different factors in it, and we just don't feel like it should be included in the cost of RVing.
So we're going to show you what we spent, and then you can always add in your normal food budget or your normal insurance budget, and that will help you. Of course, your numbers are going to change based on how you live your lifestyle, because as you have seen, people live different even out on the road.
Yes, for real. So probably real close, if not the number one cost for every full-time RVer or RVer who goes for an extended period of time is their campground.
That's right. And we want to show you the first thing is how much did we spend on campgrounds. So this is the first big category. Now we've got it broken down into 3 areas to help give you the big picture. So the first thing we spent, in no particular order, was we did stay at a campground. We met friends in the Finger Lakes. We'll link a video up there that shows you some great waterfalls that you won't want to miss. But we spent $234 for 7 days at Spruce Row Campground there in Ithaca, New York.
Yeah, that was actually the only time that we paid out of pocket for the month for campgrounds. With that being said, without our memberships.
Right. So, as Lynn's leading to, the second part of campgrounds you got to remember is that don't forget to count your memberships. If you have them, not everybody has them, but we strongly encourage Thousand Trails, Harvest Host, Boondockers Welcome, to name 3. There's others that are out there. We spent for the year $1,169.51 on membership. So if you divide that by 12, that roughly comes out to $97 a month for memberships.
Which isn't bad. Yeah, we did not get the full big blow up package with Thousand Trails. Don't know that we ever will. Don't know that we won't, but really don't know that we will. But just dividing that out comes out to this per month.
So $97. And the third thing you got to remember, if you are using Boondockers Welcome and Harvest Host, don't forget that we happen to stay at a Boondockers Welcome that asks for a donation for the use of electricity. And because, as you know, they are free if you just stay there. But if you use amenities, the host has a right to ask for a donation for $5, $10, and we paid $7 for a donation. And then with Harvest Host, we spent $24 when we were out that we probably wouldn't have spent before. So that comes up to $31. So if you add all those things up, the campground, the membership, and the expenses you have using those memberships, it came up to just $362
for the month.
For the month. There are 30 days in June, so that came out to $12.07 that we spent per night.
Now, that being said, we stayed at, how many nights at Harvest Host? Was it just one?
I'm glad you asked.
We stayed 1 night at a Harvest Host. We stayed 15 nights at Thousand Trails, which that was half the month.
Mm-hmm.
So that really helped us. Boondockers Welcome, we stayed 4 nights. And
of course, the campground we mentioned, 7 nights, and then we moochdocked at her brother, 2 different brothers, for a total of 3 nights, and so that was the 30 days that we stayed. So, as Lynn said, the only time we came out of pocket is when we stayed at Spruce Row there in Ithaca, New York, and that we felt pretty good about that.
Also, I thought I would share with you how we keep up with our stays and the cost. I have a spreadsheet that I've created. Danny's going to show you. It gives you the date, and we've got the location, even the state of where it is, and whether you're Thousand Trails, Boondockers Welcome, Harvest Host, or just a regular campground, even moochstocking, I tell the actual cost and the extra cost. And at the bottom of the sheet, we have ours color coded, so it'll be easier for us to look and spot and go, oh, that was a Boondockers Welcome stay, or that was a Thousand Trails stay. And then at the bottom, it divides our stays by the cost of our membership, so we'll have a yearly total of what our membership actually cost us. So
we will have that available to you. I'll put the email address down here, and if you will send us an email, and if you will subscribe, so just subscribe to our channel. It's quick, easy, free, and send us an email. We'll send you out that Excel sheet. You do have to have Excel.
You have to have Excel, so if you don't have Excel, it will not work for you.
But it'll track how many days you're at each different type of campgrounds, such as memberships. And, as Lynn said, it gives you a breakdown of how much each
membership cost for the year.
Yeah. So you'll know, hey, on average, we did great with Thousand Trails, but we didn't do great with this one, or we didn't do great with that one. So it will help you determine, do I need to continue this membership by knowing if you're spending money on it.
That's the whole deal, is we want to know at the end of the year, this membership either wasted money on or saved money on.
Right. So and as Lynn said, at the bottom it tells you year to date so far how much that membership cost you. So as we film this, we've got our Thousand Trails cost down $27, and Boondockers under 10. So it's really showing us which one we're using and which one is saving us money and which one's costing us money.
And this is 2 months into our year, so
yeah,
I'm anxious to see it at the end of the year, although I want the year to go slow.
Yep. So I know you're waiting to see how much we spend on fuel. So stay tuned. We'll have that just here shortly.
So let's talk about our actual RV cost. The RV cost, the number one thing most people include in this is their payment on the RV. We do not have a payment on an RV. It's paid for free and clear, so that's zero, but this is where you want to put that number if you have a payment that you make on the RV. Also, if you want to include your insurance on your RV, this is where you would put that also. As far as repairs go, we had $190 of repairs on the RV. The day we were leaving on our trip, day one, still in the driveway or on the street in front of the house. We came out to start it that morning. Click, 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 click. Danny boosted it off. It started up. Went, did a few things around the house. Came back out to start it again. Click, click, click. So we had to go get a new battery before we left the house. But you know what? That was an okay thing because it happened right in front of our house and not on the side of the road or in a gas station or something. And we had the ability to fix it right there.
Right.
So perfect timing for a dead battery.
Advanced Auto did a great job. Pulled up. They came out, checked the battery, and showed me that it did need to be replaced. So I felt comfortable with that.
Yeah. It's 6 years old. So
yeah, it was 6 years old.
So also we spent another $127 through Amazon, mostly because most campgrounds allow you to have Amazon deliver. Not all. Yeah, we learned that. Had to cancel some stuff. But $127 just for miscellaneous supplies and things we found that, we need this to make this work right, or make it work for us. So
right. So we spent a few dollars, and so for our RV, without that payment, we only spent $317 in our RV supplies, you know, including your maintenance and your supplies.
Now that being said, I'm hoping the next trip we have a little less in supplies, because hopefully we've gathered all those up now, Danny.
There's always something.
Always something, that's right. So here is one of our tips for saving money when you're on the road. Ladies, give your spouses their haircut. So ladies, one thing you can do to save money while you're on the road is give your husband a haircut. And let me tell you, don't worry about it. If you mess it up the first couple of times, don't give up.
Plus, I got a free hat. Hey, Bella sure needs a haircut. Why didn't you give her one?
Bella has to look really cute all the time. The next category is entertainment. Everything we did was free with the exception of parking, because we went to the Finger Lakes, Niagara Falls was free, and we visited family. The only entertainment that we had was the $27 that we spent for the Maid of the Mist boat.
Ooh, I had fun on that.
Danny did. I didn't do that. Also, the tolls and parking, because every park that we went to, we had to pay a parking fee, and the parking was $65. Also, we spent $15 on internet, because we were at several campgrounds that had just no internet, and we were in danger of not having our video done. Actually, we had it done, but we couldn't load it. Also, with laundry, we didn't spend a lot for laundry. It was only $11. I think we only did... Oh, I know what that was, because when I was at my brother's house in Michigan, I mooched his washer and dryer and did all my laundry there, so that I didn't have to, that way it was all done, you know, before I went to the campground.
Thanks, Jason.
And then also, we did have to stop and fill up our propane at one point.
Yeah, it cost us $16. So that's just, you won't have to do that every month, but that did cost us $16. And those miscellaneous things added up about $134. So we did not spend a lot in miscellaneous and others and entertainment. So that cost, I'm sure that will fluctuate as you do more and more outdoor adventures or tours or stuff such as that.
Now, I felt like we did pretty good of not being in, a lot of people start out and they have what's called vacation mode, where you feel like you're on vacation, so spend, and I don't think we really did that a whole lot. I felt like we did pretty good at controlling that, but, you know, depending on where you were at, we were just lucky that where we were at, everything was free.
Yeah, we did a lot of
parking,
a lot of hiking, a lot of things such as that we had to pay for to get into the park, but that was all the cost. So usually a lot of outdoor stuff is next to nothing besides the
and outdoors is our thing.
Yep.
So let's talk about our fuel cost.
Yep, this was a little bit higher than we thought when we first started making our budget back in November. We were thinking we're going to spend about $350 a month, maybe $400, but we spent $696.
So why was there such a big difference?
Well, we all know the cost of gas have gone up in the last 9 months. So that was the biggest difference.
Gas price has doubled. We paid up to $3.25 a gallon, which...
So you need to think about that. Things will fluctuate.
Yeah, and one thing we did to save money is when we were in places where we didn't need to run our air conditioner, we would get like a mile more per gallon. Now that may or may not add up enough for you to worry about it, but there are ways you can save on fuel mileage.
Yeah, and that's a tip we have for you in another video. I'll post a link to it up above and down in the description. And that's a great video on how to save fuel costs.
Another thing on fuel is because we don't have a tow vehicle. When we RV with friends, we always buy them a tank of gas in appreciation, and just because.
Yeah, we were with one couple, one of our friends for about a week, and thank you, Susan and Tracy, blessed to wonder, and
they toted us everywhere.
Yeah, they took us quite a few places, and probably $56 on their gas is probably not enough, so we owe you a little bit more. So the total fuel cost, counting how much we spent on that to ride around with them, was $752 in fuel costs.
Yeah, and that was more than we were expecting by quite a bit.
Right,
so.
right. So,
but now, I'm sure he's going to do it, but he's going to show you the map. We went from Tennessee to Ohio to Michigan to New York, and then
Northeast.
Yeah, we ended up over in Maine, so we covered a lot of distance.
Right.
So that's probably part of it too.
And I'll put how many miles we went. I should have added that up, but I'll put how many miles we went on this trip too.
Okay.
So I guess that's about it.
There's one thing you forgot.
What?
Your Diet Dr. Pepper.
$2?
Yeah. At the Quick Mart.
Okay, so we need to add that to how much we spent. So, if you add all those categories up, we come to a grand total of $1,567. That's how much we spent our first full month of RVing.
And that's not bad. Again, that does not include groceries or the cost of insurance.
Or restaurants.
We also had no clothing or anything like that. It's not like a full-time budget. It helped you in your search for what it's going to cost you on the road. And if you have any questions, email them. So one thing we forgot to say is we do have a spreadsheet for keeping up with our gas for the trip and the miles per gallon that we get, so we know exactly what it is. It's also an Excel spreadsheet, but if you'd like a copy of that, just hit the subscribe button and send us an email.
Right. It's a quick and easy sheet to use, and it will tell you exactly how much you're spending and how many miles per gallon you're getting.
Yep. So, hope this is helpful, and until next time, God bless and many safe travels.
And go RV America.